Hey guys, Techman here, also known as Matthew Rivera, and this video is the very first video of 2021. I have so much stuff planned for this year, and hopefully it goes to plan, of course. And if you can remember, on New Year's, I said something that I spent a lot of money getting something, and of course it's already spoiled by the title anyways. But I got this thing right over here. I got a gaming PC. Hey guys, so as you can see today, I'm going to be unboxing my very first gaming PC. Now this PC is not meant for gaming. It can do gaming, but it's mainly for video editing. I actually stopped editing on my Mac that I installed the i7 and the 32 gigs of RAM. I did that because I found that with installing all the RAM and installing the CPU, it didn't change the speed much. It didn't do much of anything. It was the same hour to 2 hour business with everything. When I unbox this, I'm going to show you the specs of this, and I can tell you right now, all of it is AMD. I have spent my entire life with Intel and nothing with AMD. The very first AMD thing I've got was my HP desktop that was like huge, and that had a AMD Radeon GPU. But before I get into this, you're wondering, you already have a desktop already. Why did you get this? Well, there's a story behind that. So long story short, the SATA port for the hard drive port on the motherboard that is specifically for the hard drive, for the OS hard drive, it's intermittent. And I found this out when my computer crashed when I was in middle of video editing. And that was around the time when I switched from not using my Mac to video edit to my desktop. I'm just afraid that this thing is going to not be reliable, and that computer down there that I'm using right now is just going to go to the crapper, and I'm not going to be able to use it. That's why I got this. But before I unbox this, am I PC centric yet? Okay, I'm not doing that again. But seriously, I do need these glasses, but after when I'm done unboxing this, I'm going to explain a few more things after. This is a custom PC. I picked the parts on it. So let's grab our trusty dusty, I don't know. So let's grab our trusty unboxing knife, the legendary unboxing knife. Let's split these tapes. I know this video is not going to be smooth at all, and remember to cut away from yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself here. Okay, that was easy enough. Ooh, I already see it. This is bigger than I thought, actually. By the way, this box is actually 40 pounds, so it's not light. It's light to me, even though I haven't exercised in months. So by the looks of it, the face of the PC is this way. It's pointing up. This is facing up. So I think I might have to tilt the box this way and just pull. So this is the PC. Significantly, this thing just dropped a few. But we actually got paperwork. This is like warranty stuff. This is... cool. This is actually the order sheet. I thought I'd have to put up the specs on this and whatnot. That's pretty cool. It comes with this little bag here, Cyber Power PC. This is where I got my computer, Cyber Power PC. It's pre-built, and also you can select pre-built ones that are ready to ship, and also you can just pick ones that are, for instance, custom. So we got a contact us partly assembled thing in here. This is a guide to basically how this is supposed to be worked out to, you know, everything pretty much, you know. Important, read this first, huh? And this is the motherboard. I used the Prime B550 Plus. Then this is a chipset DVD. This is just the specs of the board, what it uses. It's pretty cool actually. And then we have the power cable for this PC, which is pretty cool. So I don't have to reuse my one that I've been using for years. Okay, so this is the front face right here, because it has the power supply and all that. I'm gonna lift this up. It's actually relatively light without the box now, even though the thing said it was like 40 pounds, you know? Okay, so this is the bottom, because it has the legs. Alrighty, y'all. Oh my gosh. So I'm very, very excited for this. So this is the front, and it looks like it uses screws. That's awesome. Okay, so this pops out, and it looks like it pretty much sits on these stands right here. So let me place this somewhere very safe. Okay, so it looks like we have a filling here, which is very nice. And I guess we can take this out very carefully, of course. And here we have it, everyone. Inside of my PC. Now, the first thing you notice is that where is all the RGB? Why didn't you go out with RGB fans and whatnot? I have an answer for that. I specifically spec'd this out for video editing. It can do gaming as well, but I specifically did it for video editing. Here's the thing why I didn't do RGB. Because if I edit late into the night, I will have to run this at night for it to render out, and I can do the things in the morning. So pretty much the only RGB thing here is the fan, which is the stock AMD fan for this CPU, and somewhere on the motherboard is RGB, I think. I did not want something so colorful, because if I do edit late in the night, I don't want the light flashing in my face and whatnot. So that's why I picked minimum RGB light thing, because that's why I'm using this. I'm using it mainly for video editing. So here is the specs of this PC. It is a AMD OEM Ryzen 7 3800X 3.9 gigahertz. So that is pretty cool, and it can go up to 4.5 gigahertz turbo, and that's overclocking, I assume. In purchasing of this PC, there was actually a good deal on the hard drive. So it was a combo of a SSD, 240 gigabyte SSD, and then there was a 1 terabyte just regular hard drive. I talked to customer service, and they said that the OS is going to be installed on the SSD. So I actually have 16 gigabytes of RAM in here, but that's times 2, so that is 32 gigs of RAM. So this is definitely by far the fastest and most powerful PC of everything here. And as you see right here where the CPU is, it's the AMD Radith with RGB. That is the stock cooler with the CPU. And then this is a CyberPower PC Black Huron mid-tower case with tempered glass. This is the case. And then the motherboard, as I said, is a Asus Prime B550 Plus. It has RGB, and I don't know where the RGB is. It has a LAN, it has PCIe X16, it has 3 PCIe X1s, and 6 SATA 3.2 or M.2 SATA PCIe things. Now the power supply is 600 watts, and that might seem excessive, but I do have 2 things I need to transplant into this, so that's what I am going to do. As I said, this has Windows 10 Home Advanced, and then it has Pro overclocking 10% more, so this thing is already overclocked 10% more, which is pretty cool. It has onboard i7.1 sound, which is pretty cool. That is on the motherboard. And then the GPU everyone has been waiting for, which was actually a free upgrade from the stock GPU that was in here, which is an AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT, which is 6 gigabytes of GDDR6, and that is very high, and it was a free upgrade because of like this Black Friday Christmas sale. And in total for this entire thing plus tax was $1,572.11. My entire wallet has cobwebs. So this PC is going to be under my desk, and I don't know if it's gonna fit. So the front, this is where you would place the 3 cooling fans here, but of course you can see there's no cooling fans here. On the back, this is where the wire management goes. So I'm actually curious of what back here looks like. It's probably a huge mess because I didn't order special wires or special organization things. I tried to do the minimalistic thing and cheapest. It's worth mentioning that the power supply is not fully modular, which is you have individual things or even half modular. I feel like there's going to be wires in here that I won't even use and whatnot. Actually, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. So by the looks of it, we have the SSD right here, and then we have the hard drive right here. Now, I do have 2 more hard drives, which is for school and for storage, that I have to place in here. So this is a RGB module, which helps with RGB controlling things. And by the looks of it, this might be one of them. I don't know what this actually goes to. Okay, so I do have 2 SATA cables in here. And by the looks of it, I might have to sort of prop the hard drives up on top of one another, unfortunately, because there's not going to be a lot of space. So the next part of this video is me assembling everything that I need in here. Okay, so ignore everything around me, but this is the PC I was actually talking about that has been failing on me. As you can see, you've seen this before in a video when I was installing this thing, the HD60 Pro. We are going to take out these 2 and then the hard drives right here. This cable right here where my finger is, or this one that you can see, that's the hard drive, and this blue thing right here is the one that is failing. And since I touched and moved everything, it's going to be very finicky to turn this back on, so thank God I don't think I'll need to turn this back on anytime soon. So I'm going to take these out now, and then this is the wireless Wi-Fi card. What we're going to do is that since we already have this out, I have to find the other box that came with this, and I think I have an idea where it is, that we are going to take this out. And then, as I said in the video, I placed the bracket back into the original box, so where it's not getting lost for this thing. And look where it is. This is the longer bracket, and this is the shorter bracket. What? So, you just place this back in, and it's all done. And then I'll switch this out, and then I need to find this and place this back. Okay, here's the box. Very easy. It's StarTech. It's like the cheapest one out there. Came with antennas too. And launch you, look at that. See, you always do that because you don't know if you're gonna lose these. And the best part is that all of them are there. We can close that out. And I'm gonna grab my Phillips head and we're gonna replace all these with the longer brackets and place the smaller brackets back into its original box. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is remove these 2 hard drives right here. This one is a terabyte, which is storage, and then down here is a 500 gigabyte, which is for my school stuff. All we have to do is unplug these, every single one of them, unfortunately. So we're going to turn this around and unscrew the things right here to remove these hard drives. So this, the terabyte, is out. And now we have to do this one, and I believe there's a special way. I think we have to press this down. It'll move up and out. It's very finicky and weird. There it goes. So I will definitely have to remove these screws because these screws go to this
so I need to remove that. Now I'm going to pull this one here. This is a SATA cable that is mine, so I need to pull this from the routing, and these two are the ones that came with the computer. So we are done with that. We're going to place this down. It actually fits now. I'm going to close this up. Throw this out the window. I'm kidding. Okay, so this is pretty much the same exact thing that we need to do as in the other computer, which is just place everything back where it goes. So we're going to place this one in first, and by the looks of it, there's screws on this. So we're going to use these two last ones here, so we might as well just remove this one. There's one screw, and we have to reuse these screws, by the way. I'm going to place these back into its original spots, and then I'm going to stick this in, make sure everything is lined up, and good thing, yep, pops in. And now we're going to use this screw right here, screw it in, and that is in. Now it is this one, a game capture card, which we're going to place in the back, right on the bottom. So we're going to take this one out, place this one over here. I'm going to place this in here. Now that's in. We are going to screw it in. Alrighty, so both of these are in now, which is pretty cool. Both of them are stable. And now, there it goes. That's stable. These actually have slots for them to fit in. That's pretty nice to do. And to note, for this GPU, this actually has 3 DP or DisplayPort ports, and then there's only one HDMI. And my monitor that I use, I'm going to be using right now, I do plan on getting two 1440p monitors, but that's later down the line because that's wicked expensive. But I actually have to use the HDMI for this because there's no other way to connect it. So I'm going to be using HDMI for this. We're going to flip this to the back, and we will need to install the hard drives. We have 1 and 2 SATA ports, or SATA power. These are power. Okay, so I found a SATA cable line around, thank goodness, because I thought I wasn't going to do this. We're going to cut this one because we can't really save it. I'm going to cut that, and we are going to separate the two SATAs, which I see. This is a power, and this is power, yep. So it's bridging off to this thing here. Okay, so I think I can place them right here, and I don't think I'll be able to stand them up. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do, I can probably fit them like this, but it's gonna be a super tight squeeze like that. And I just have to be careful. It sucks that I don't have any more bracketry for this, but it is what it is. That's how I have to do this. I don't know where this one's gonna go. I mean, that can work. So we're gonna use this SATA right here. Yep. And then this one has to be somewhere probably right here. We're gonna use this cable right here. Slide it through. Okay, so I just flipped the SATA cable because I was getting so much trouble with everything. So let's stick this end in. Then we're gonna place it on the bottom so we can place stuff on the top if need be. That's in. Cool.
Alrighty, y'all. So this is put back together. I did figure it out just for that one drive, and it's just propped here. There's nothing much I can really do about it. I can't really figure out how to fix it or place it anywhere, so it's just gonna be right here for now.
this is pretty much all together right now. And how it is going to, this is how it's going to stay for a long time. A long time. So before I place the tempered glass back up, I'm going to check every connector and everything to see if it is all put together. And if it is, I'll place everything back. And we are going to try to put it under my desk. And that's going to take a little bit because I have to figure out how to place it. Because this thing is huge. Huge. So we actually have a SS10. I have no idea what that is. I'll probably look into it on the manual for the B550. Then we have a Type C. Awesome. We have two 3.0, a Ethernet, an HDMI cable, a data port, two 2.0 USBs, then two 3.0 connectors. We have an optical out. We have a rear sub. Basically, these are just speakers for the 7.1 sound. Also, right here, as you can see, there's the power button. There's some other button here. I don't know if that's like a reset button or something. Two 3.0 connectors, and then two 3.0 USBs. I don't know if these work with these motherboards, but we will see when the time comes. I think it's time to finally test this out. Come on!
Was that the computer?
Where the day flows, only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows, only time.
So we got the computer in, and I don't know if this is going to be permanent, but I found out that the actual computer is very long and very thick lengthwise, and I don't know if I'm going to keep the power protector, surge protector there, or if I'm going to put it under the computer, because the
power supply has a fan on it and it's at the bottom. There's a grill and grate on the bottom. I don't know if that sucks up or blows out. So if it sucks up and I find out, then I have to place that thing under it, because this is rug and it's just going to suck up fibers and dust right up to it and make it all bleh. But before I continue, as you saw, my Mac dropped and the glass shattered on it, but the Mac is okay, it's running, it's all good. Even the webcam works. I just have to buy glass for it, and I did, and it's coming in Wednesday. I'm actually recording this today, January 18th. This is when I got the computer and everything went awry with the Mac. I'm gonna flick the master switch on the surge protector and everything should power on. Let's try. Alrighty, everything's on. Okay, everything's on. Now we turn on. Oh, good thing I remembered. There is a switch on the power supply on this computer. I forgot to turn it on. Good thing I remembered. Okay, I turned it on. The switch. Let's power this puppy on. Ooh, blue light. I do hear things turning on. Let's see if it actually works. Should be a plug and play. I see the light is constant here. Yeah! We got power! Asus, in search of incredible. So the top one, there's a blue light and then there's a green light. I think the blue light is power, and then the orange light is like a hard drive or, you know, status, something like that. So we're gonna go through the setup process and we'll see how this runs. Okay, so it's doing setup and updates right now. Might take a little bit, but I can tell this is a little snappier than I'm used to. So I believe I am done with the installation part. This was actually a little bit more intensive than what I'm used to. They had much more options than how I'm used to setting up a Windows computer. I don't know if that's because it's a different version. Like, this is Windows Home. So I don't know if Windows Pro, Basic, Business, whatever is different. But this one is Home. As I said before, I'm mainly using this for video editing, but I can also play games on it if I wanted to. I don't know if it's gonna be as high as running Destiny 2 on it or GTA 5, but we will see. There's only one way to find out, honestly. So I did contact customer service and they said they usually install the OS on the fastest drive, and this was the SSD. So, ooh, it's already up. I am definitely not a Microsoft Edge type of person. I'm more of a Google Chrome. I just want to point out that this computer is actually quite silent for it being very big. You can still hear the fans, but if I just go silent, and I'll raise the volume a little, but if you just listen. It's not that bad at all, really. So I'm very impressed with the sound. I think you can go into the BIOS and tune the fans, and you can do overclocking as well with a program in BIOS and or a software you have to install, but I'm pretty much impressed with this. So I do see all of my drives here, and I can tell that this thing is getting used by the SSD, because my SSD is a 240 gigabyte and it is the least one that's using it, so excellent. I'm very excited that this thing is using the SSD. It's so weird how snappy this thing is, because the minute I double click on something, it just opens. I'm not used to that. I'm used to sort of waiting a little, sort of it lagging, but I am absolutely amazed. Basically, my monitor can do 75 hertz, and I'm going to test that. Go to display settings and go to advanced display settings, and yes, my thing's set to 75 hertz. So guys, I think that is it. I'm very excited to use this computer. I'm going to be making an update video to this for the specs on it, to get like just really digging into this and being like a PC centric type of deal and just geeking all out, and I'll show you the specs for playing certain games. Have you subscribed yet? If not, what are you doing? You should. When you subscribe, there is something called a notification bell, and when you press that, you will get notified whenever I upload a video like this or any type of video. I also have a vlogging and gaming channel. The links will be in the description box below, and you can check it out at the last 20 seconds of this video. Anyways guys, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video wasn't smooth at all. It wasn't the best I can do. It was pretty much just unboxing and setting up, honestly. I didn't want to do anything much going into this. I didn't really also plan this out at all. So as you can see, my Mac fell and the glass shattered. Again guys, enough of me talking. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And unfortunately, there's not going to be any cinematic shots at the end because this is staying put where it is for right now because of how stupid my desk is. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is the Techman. See you later.